This is Another Man's Nostalgia with John.
The actor seemed like he was dying. I don't know if it was just because he was like super old.
I think he was actually dying.
Chris.
Here's my stuff, gentlemen. Monogamy is not real.
Gentlemen call us.
And Justin.
I wish I had bonding moments with people I knew, but I never have any of those.
The episode starts now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Another Man's Nostalgia, where we revisit everybody's favorite games, movies, and TV shows from the 2000s and the mid-90s.
What the fuck?
Why'd you backwards? Why'd you say mid-90s?
Because I know you are trying to find something wrong with it, so I just did.
Oh, it was wrong the first...
It
was wrong in the first 2 seconds.
So, how you guys doing?
Good. You guys like my new swag?
Oh, yeah.
What's that say?
Yeah. Good.
Does it look pretty cool?
Nostalgia, another... Okay.
Yep. Oh, is it backwards also?
No.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. The quality is pretty great. I got another one that was wrong. Not wrong. I didn't design it correctly. So I took it off the store. Don't worry. Nobody bought it.
Okay. So you designed a shirt, actually. And you bought it.
I designed one of them. Yeah.
And it was trash.
Yeah. There's a black border around it for where it's supposed to be correct. I'm gonna wear it for you guys when I see you guys on Saturday.
Oh,
we're hanging out on Saturday, but it's fine. I took it off the store. I'll adjust it to make it correct.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Other than that,
I made everything else on that store. I'm glad that it's good.
Yep.
All right.
How's y'all's week?
It's good. Good week.
Yeah. We're seeing each other this weekend. I'm pretty excited. It's been a long time.
Just
the three of us? It's been a
news,
little
though.
What?
I said I had some exciting news.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want to share your news?
I
Or is
will.
it-
I will.
Okay.
I am having a baby.
John
Woo!
is actually pregnant.
I'm actually pregnant. Yeah.
John himself is having a baby. Yeah.
He's the
I didn't-
pregnant man.
Pretty alarming.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like one of the first men to like ever be pregnant. You know.
It's very exciting. You'll see him in the news. He tagged the podcast in the news, so we're glad for the plug. That's exciting, man. Congrats.
No. It's great. It's great. It's my first kid, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Cool. I also have news.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. Go
I
ahead,
have
Justin.
nostalgia news.
Oh, good
Gotta
segues.
play the
What do
music
you got?
theme.
It's in there. Go for it. What do you got, Justin? I thought we were doing like
All right, so
guys. I got 3 things to talk about.
this
Oh
went
my
a
gosh.
little.
Okay.
This went out yesterday, so this will date us a little bit as always. But they're
As
making
always.
another Transformers movie. I think this is number 22.
Yes.
But this one is a little exciting. Did anybody watch the 3D animated
think-
Beast Wars when they were kids?
I don't think anyone's ever said the sentence that you just said.
What?
There's another
Transformers a little
Transformers
exciting?
movie. This is exciting.
I'll say this, not making fun of him because I was excited too. Justin was really excited about the first one, and we saw it together. It was just me and him. It was really cute, but he was really excited about it. And honestly, the first one's not bad.
It
They
was a
get
little
worse
disappointing.
and worse. Yeah.
The first one didn't disappoint me.
Now-
I'm not gonna lie.
I loved the.
I mean, there was
this-
one scene in it that didn't disappoint me. Let's just say that.
All right. So, did y'all ever watch the 3D animated?
Is it the parents?
Beast
It's
Wars?
the car scene. It's the car
The
scene.
course, yeah, okay. No, I've heard a lot about Beast Wars. I heard it's really good.
So basically,
Explain it.
Quick little premise of Beast Wars. It's
Okay.
this group of Autobots landed during the time of. It's not really the dinosaurs because there's all kinds of different animals in this. So they basically say it's before humans, and they instead of cars and stuff and trucks and ships and planes, they become animals. So it was Beast Wars, and it was this 3D animation. It was really cool. Well, a lot of people wanted to see that on screen, and they're doing it.
Yep.
Except it's a little
very
weird. They're going to have normal Transformers. They're going to have Optimus Prime, and this is all going to be based on the Bumblebee movie timeline. So this is
Oh.
so they're going to have like how
So it's kind of rebooting.
yeah. So they're basically rebooting Transformers. So that's
Was
that's
Bumblebee?
pretty good.
I thought Bumblebee was within the Transformers movie. Is it?
It's a little
It's
weird.
really confusing and stupid. I'm going to call it different.
I like the
Because
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee
movie. I
was
thought it
actually
really
good.
Yeah,
And we're not going to
pretty
get
good.
those Michael Bay designs. Like Optimus Prime is going to be like he was in the 80s, just like in the
Yeah.
Bumblebee movie. So that'll be pretty exciting. We're only getting we don't know how the beasts, the Maximals are as they're called, are going to get to the 90s. I'm assuming time travel. So, but
Or time in general. That's usually how things work.
yeah, just time in general.
Okay.
We don't know. So
They're robots, so they can last forever.
pretty exciting stuff. It's probably going to be
Yeah,
trash,
Very exciting.
but
Probably.
who knows?
Hopefully it's good.
The other one is this is pretty cool because they haven't done anything with this franchise in a while. I don't think we're getting another Scooby-Doo animated movie, but they're going to team up with Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Is it live action?
No, just animation. You know how Scooby-Doo comes out with those animated movies? So now it's going to be Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Are they going to fight? Because I think Courage will probably win.
I don't.
Oh, wait. I was thinking Clifford. I'm sorry.
not
I was thinking
Clifford.
the big dog. Okay, sorry.
I like Courage the Cowardly
No,
Dog.
I would
Scooby-Doo.
bet money on Clifford too. You know.
Yeah, would you? It is a giant dog.
I wish they did more Courage stuff because Courage the Cowardly Dog was a great show.
I never watched that one.
It's-
I watched Scooby-Doo and I watched Clifford.
It's pretty good.
Oh, the animation on Courage the Cowardly Dog freaked me out.
It's really
Like
creepy.
freaked me out like really bad, where I had like nightmares.
I don't know how two very scared dogs are going to work together though, because they're both
Interesting.
big scaredy cats.
Sure.
So that's all I have on the news front. John, you said you had
Okay,
three
so I have
things.
a couple things.
I have one too. Go ahead,
Uh-oh.
John. Maybe you'll
Okay.
say mine.
Indiana Jones. There's another movie
Okay.
coming out. There's 5.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford actually got hurt, so they have to stop filming.
Wow,
That's
what
my
a
news.
surprise! An 80-year-old. Wow, this is
Yeah,
such a, this is
guess
such a
how he
big
hurt
surprise.
himself. He hurt himself in a fight scene. He's-
What?
I thought he was just getting
An
coffee
80-year-old?
and He kind of fell. And...
I thought it was the Millennium Falcon again. Did they get him the first time?
I just thought it was funny. I don't know how old he is. He's got to be like
Yeah.
he's not. Is he really 80?
Yeah, I think he's 83.
Why is he doing
still
a
looks-
fight scene?
He looks good.
Is it gonna
Yeah.
be?
Harrison
And I know
Ford.
it's
kinda
like an
weird.
actual fight scene. It's not like a CGI fight scene because it's,
Yeah.
he
Harrison
actually
Ford
got hurt.
famously hates all of his characters except Indiana Jones. He
Yeah,
will
he loves
do
them.
any Indiana Jones movie as long as he thinks it's good. He hates Han Solo. He doesn't want to do that. He loves Indiana
Okay.
Jones.
So
He's 78.
All right,
why
he's
did-
78. I was a couple
So-
years off, but he's pretty much.
okay,
So-
as
so
long
old.
as long
Yeah.
as it's good, right? He'll do any Indiana Jones.
We
movie.
think he thought it was good. I guess.
Okay,
Crystal
so what
Skull
about
is supposed to be
4?
good.
What
No,
if-
no.
what-
There's only
exactly.
3 movies, so it's okay.
Then why is this 5? Like,
No,
just,
he's old, so he forgot the numbering. We just ignore it.
Again, I thought it was supposed to be Shia LaBeouf.
No,
Did Shia
there's
LaBeouf
only
get hurt?
3
Yeah, it did.
movies, and then this new one. There was no LaBeouf in the movie.
why is Harrison Ford in this movie anyway? Shia
It's supposed to be
LaBeouf
Shia LaBeouf.
is Indiana Jones.
It never happened. It's all a dream.
Okay.
I just want to tell you how disappointed I was when I saw that because I love those movies.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
So you're admitting
excited
that
to-
it actually exists. Okay.
In my dreams, I was so sad.
How great would it be if like because he's injured he can't finish the movie and so they just cut scenes with Shia LaBeouf in it and then go back to him. I'd pay to see that. So, Justin, you want to explain the trilogy again and say what we watched this
All right,
week?
so we're gonna do a Nickelodeon Game Show Trilogy here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go first. So Nickelodeon was known in the 80s and 90s as doing these really awesome game shows. So
You said awesome, right? You meant another word.
no, awesome. I loved these as a kid. Like these were hugely popular, and we're probably doing. I want to say one of the top 2 or 3. It depends
Yeah.
on your preference. We're probably gonna do the top. We're probably doing the top 3 of the best. Personally,
Yeah.
and a lot of people think this is the best. I don't know. That's just what I've been
See.
reading. But
Yeah.
we're doing Legends of the Hidden.
This was definitely a. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
we're doing Legends of the Hidden Temple this week.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kirk Fogg.
This is
So we watched just 5 episodes. It doesn't really matter which ones we watched. It's all the same shit.
As long
It's
as we
all
had
the
a
same.
winner. That's all I was looking
That's
for.
right.
I was just looking for like someone to actually win it.
and we did see that. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, I think this is a lot of people's favorite growing up. I think I'm excited to see the other two to see if this actually holds up well. But I think growing up, this was a lot of people's favorite out of the 3 that we're gonna watch.
It was very unique.
It's very unique for sure.
Extremely unique. Extremely creative. Kind of scary if you're a kid.
Those temple guards, man.
Yeah. So.
Those kids freak out when those temple guards come out.
Oh yeah.
Because they like grab the kid.
I know.
Like it would make sense like when you jump out and then you're like, okay, now you have to come with me. No,
Right.
They jump out and they like try to grab the kid.
Right?
And I'm like,
Yeah, they engulf them.
why?
What things did they have to sign to go into this?
They even mentioned it in the show. They're like, you should have saw John's face,
face.
when he got grabbed by the temple guard.
So, John,
So-
you hadn't seen this before, right?
I've never seen this before. I've never even heard of it.
I watched it pretty often when it was on. And Justin, you like this one a lot?
Oh yeah, Nick Gass when that was a channel.
Yeah.
All the old shows.
What a great channel
This
that
is-
was.
Anything that came out, boom.
Yep.
I was ready to watch this one.
Yeah.
That was a stop down show for me.
Yep.
So the basic premise of Legends of the Hidden Temple is you have 6 teams of 2, and they all had cool names like the orange iguanas, the silver snakes, the red parrots,
They're
purple
Jaguars
ones.
at first.
or sorry, purple parrots, the red jaguars. You can
Green
buy the
frogs.
shirts, like knockoff
Yeah,
shirts
you can
anywhere.
buy the frogs. Or they buy the shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is a
It's
dream
pretty
come true.
cool.
Don't buy theirs.
they were
Don't buy their
basically-
shirts. Buy our shirts.
We'll put
They're
one on there if you
basically-
want.
Basically, there are 4 sections to the show. You cross the moat, you answer questions, you did the temple games, and you did the you had to run
course.
through the temple.
Yeah.
There was always a artifact you were trying to get, and the whole show was based around this artifact.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool.
It was.
Some fun
How did
facts
they
now.
come up with those
Ooh.
stories? I know they're real.
Well, a lot of them were real.
I know they're real.
Yeah, as soon as you
so
heard...
they would just research it, John. That's how they came up with it.
As soon as you... I thought... Because the first one was actually like a Aztec-y feely one, and then the other ones were like about like Picasso or something. I was like, this is not the same. Bullet Bill, or it was like, oh, I guess we're not sticking to the theme. It's going to be all around the world.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about the premise
Okay.
in just a minute. So let's just talk real quick about some behind the scenes stuff.
Go for it.
So how they taped it. So all these games were taped in Orlando.
Yep.
So what is now the Blue Man Group's place. That used to be Nickelodeon Studios.
Yep.
So it was all taped at Universal Studios.
Okay.
Pretty cool. As always with these game shows, they don't tape one show at a time. They tape multiple shows. Like they do the moat for like 5 shows at once. Then do the questions for 5 shows at once. So something to really keep in mind is a lot of these kids either were staying around all day. They didn't just go back and forth. So there were sections where these kids were just backstage. doing
Oh,
nothing.
interesting. While they're doing other people, they did the same
Yeah.
games. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Sometimes without even an audience. So like especially the temple runs, sometimes it would go till 1 a.m. So
Oh,
they were
man.
up really
Jeez.
late.
There was
by the
one
time-
message at the end. It was like, we had to edit, like the results of the
Yeah,
actual
that's
like.
any game show.
But it was like we had to edit the results of the actual winner, and I was like, what? That's
Oh.
weird.
That's
I don't
weird.
remember that. You must
That's
have watched something different.
I didn't watch anything different. I got that.
I don't know. You may watch a different episode. I didn't see that.
Okay.
But
It was episode 3.
so
The episode we all
temple
watched.
guards. The temple guards were usually stagehands or even sometimes the riders.
Nice.
Let's see here. Just some game facts. So like some statistics about
They were all the
each
same.
one.
That's a good fact.
Okay.
Always
I don't know what
emotes.
you mean.
Always Seps. Good.
How many people do you think? Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. All right, so there was a tiebreaker. Sometimes, did you ever watch a tiebreaker one?
Yeah, I saw one tiebreaker.
There was it was only used 24 times.
Where they both have a pennant of life and they have to get the other half or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw one of those.
so that was used 24 times. So sometimes the moats, sometimes it would take only 10 minutes. Sometimes it would take 30 minutes. So
Wait, what?
that's
Those
probably what
kids-
they mean by cut it down.
Whoa.
That's probably what they meant by cut it down, because sometimes the moats would be really quick. Sometimes it would take them 30 minutes for the kids to get across the moat.
Okay,
The
hey,
kids
I'm
kept
not
falling
gonna.
in the water?
I'm gonna admit something. That
Yeah.
first one that we watched, where they had to
Yes.
throw the tubes, I'm like, okay, that's kind of hard for a
that's
kid.
hard.
That's really
Yeah.
hard. And then they changed the game and they kept the moat the same for
I
the
know,
rest of
I
the
know.
time. That I was like, okay, this is a little bit easier.
I loved it because
this is
there's-
the one I'm guessing was like 30 minutes. They're like, come on, like we
Yeah.
got we got to change this up a little bit.
In the first one with the inner tube, there's a team in there who like they kept falling in. I think it was the orange iguanas. Is that what they're called? They kept saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
the orange iguanas fell in again." They fell in like every 5 seconds. It was so funny.
So here's some winning statistics for
Okay.
each team.
I bet the red
Alright.
jaguars are the most. That's my
So
guess.
the Red Jaguars made it to the Temple Run 17% of the time.
yeah.
17? Is that easy?
17% of the time. The Blue Barracudas, I think, were the least at only 19 times
Wow. Okay.
total. The Green Monkeys were the most successful. They won their
Oh.
Temple Run 33% of the time.
A third of the time. Wow.
Yeah. So the Orange Iguanas made the most Temple Runs.
Do you really?
Okay.
The Purple Parrots made to. Oh, that's not right. And the Silver Snakes hold the winning percentage record.
Interesting.
So they didn't just win the temple; they were just the overall winners. They ain't not
They won
necessarily
everything.
winning the temple. They just made it to the temple the most.
Okay. So
Who won the most pack of
So
nerds?
does it?
We'll talk
So
about
those statistics, you're telling me like it gives them special powers. That's what you're telling me. So if I'm a snake,
No, it's just random luck because they just give the kids some fucking shirts and say, "All right, here we go."
it. Also, I feel bad for the people who decided to calculate that. How many times each person won? All right.
Are y'all interested in how Olmec is controlled? That's coming.
I was interested in that.
Sure.
I didn't know if it
It's
was like a
actually super
pre-recorded
simple.
thing or someone was actually behind it talking.
No, it's live. It's actually D. Bradley Baker.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
Famous
He
voice
did
actor.
like Appa. He does a lot of like animal voice
Voice
work.
acting,
So he's-
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually really simple. He controls his mouth with just a stick.
Nice.
That's all.
Oh,
it
so
is.
he's like
Nice.
actually back there.
Yeah.
I didn't know if
That's
it was
pretty
like
cool.
if
That's
it was
why-
like a
that's why
button.
you
He's
can
just
hear
like
him.
clicking.
Yeah, that's why he asked the questions to contestants and stops and does all that.
Oh,
Because
man.
he's actually live out there with the kids.
Can't talk about the
And
questions.
the eyes,
Yeah.
the eyes light up based on how loud he's talking.
Terrifying.
So if he's talking soft, his eyes are
Oh.
dim. The louder he gets, the brighter. his
You
eyes
kids
are.
got it
pretty cool.
wrong.
Incorrect. Wait till I finish, you idiots.
You fucks. Wait for the options. I love the first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Where it's obvious that that it's the first episodes they ever taped.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the kids just don't know the strategy.
Oh, I know. You gotta wait,
I-
man.
I watched like stuff from season 2 and 3 as well.
Me too.
And it's very obvious as kids watch the game and they know how to get it.
Yeah.
They get better and better and better because they're fans.
Yep.
So like, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Yep. It's so good. So
Okay.
were these kids? Oh, are we doing like trivia stuff? Because were these kids related? Because I had a hard time guessing if that or
Sometimes I think they came together as brother sister or friends.
Yeah.
But I think most of the time, because I couldn't find anything definitive, most of the time it was just, all right, you two are together.
I mean, they all were like usually 12 or 13, so they probably just found a bunch of 12, 13-year-olds in the audience and put them together.
But, well, yeah, you tried out and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of them were from Florida.
Okay.
So
Okay.
either they knew each other, they came with each other, or they just had a big group of kids. All right, you two are together, you two are together, you two are together.
Gotcha.
So that's basically what it is.
Okay.
All right. So we have some new categories
Ooh.
for this,
Yep.
since it's a game show.
Yep.
So we have 6. This is going to go pretty quick, more than likely.
Yep.
So we have the premise or the gimmick. So what is it based around? The theming, the setting, all that. We're not worried about the game setup because that is the games itself.
Okay.
That's a new.
So
that's
not
another
not the
category.
games, just the premise of it.
Yes.
Okay.
The second category is games.
Okay.
That's like, all right, what do we think about the trivia, the moat,
Okay.
and the temple games?
God, the temple
The
games.
final game, the end game, the big prize game, is its
Yep.
own category.
Okay.
So we won't talk about the temple run till then.
Okay.
Then you have the prizes.
Yes. The nerds.
It dates the show really bad.
A
Music-
yo-yo.
That was my favorite one. That commercial. We'll talk about that in a second.
What is it? Not
The
Duncan.
music,
Duncan's yo-yo.
Is it
yeah.
Duncan's? Okay.
Yeah.
the music, and then the host.
Love it. Okay. And then you have a
And
special
then
category.
my seventh secret category.
Okay.
Excited to hear
So
it.
the premise.
Okay. Premise.
Yeah, so the premise is basically this. It was actually supposed to be a haunted house
That would've
that
been
they were
better.
going to go through.
That'd been so
I
much
think
better.
good.
You don't
I
think
think
so?
I think the temple is a better thing. I like the temple.
But the temple doesn't make any sense
Why?
because it keeps changing. Like one
story is-
literally was a guy that like died from a poker hand, and then
Yes.
they were trying to get the poker cards.
An old Western
Yeah,
one.
they keep talking about how Olmec's temple has all these treasures.
Yeah. So
It's not just one treasure,
they-
and they just randomly find one.
they told
He
the
has all
story.
these treasures.
It's Buffalo Bill, not Bull Bill. Bull Bill's from Mario. I said that earlier. But they told the story about Buffalo Bill dying with the full house, and they said someone took the cards and threw it in his temple. That's the story you're gonna go with?
Yeah,
A
right?
guy
Like
found
the-
these cards and threw it in the temple.
I liked the first one. I thought the first one was pretty solid with
It was fitting for the temple.
yes. I mean it was
Yeah.
Blackbeard, and he
Yeah.
was like you were trying to find his treasure.
Yeah.
But then they had one. What was it? The artist. It was Galileo.
Galileo. Yeah.
You had to
Time's
find his cannonball.
The cannonball that killed him. You had to find it.
And I was
Also,
like,
I will say-
okay, uh,
I love when he's telling the story and they have the person who dressed up like him and it's like zoom in on him.
Perhaps the most brilliant Italian scientist and astronomer of all time was Galileo.
They got rid of that later.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I knew
It was very obvious those were the first episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
um,
I really like that he just has this random shit in his temple.
Yeah.
they,
And,
they
I mean,
had.
if you're gonna attack him having random shit, then attack the temple's rooms changing, because the rooms change all the time too.
I know.
Do you really pay attention to the story though? Does it really matter?
It paid attention
I do.
because I didn't really get it. I didn't get it.
I tried to pay attention to the story
You,
because
you were like those
The
kids
cards
who just couldn't answer the
because
questions.
because it was two really good ones, and I was like, that makes sense. And then it was the cards, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. It was literally a deck of cards, or like
Yeah.
a hand of cards that they had to find in the temple. I was like,
yeah.
Well, you know what? They'll pay you handsomely for the treasure.
That's right.
Apparently, Olmec can't figure out where is a temple, and because he's got no arms and legs.
And he's like, "Hey, I'll send you to this Florida resort if you can find my treasure."
I'll give you a yo-yo if you can go through my.
you can get some
my
fucking mess
trials.
quick.
Get some nest quick.
Okay.
Oh man.
I had a question. So, like, when it comes to like all the, it's free advertisement. Like, I know
Yeah.
what it is. It's adding. You're paying.
All right, let's save the prize questions
Okay.
for later.
Let's see it later.
So the premise
Let's
of the
do-
gimmicks,
Okay.
I give it
What we
I give
got?
it a 2, because I like 2 of
Oh.
them out of the 5.
That's not a little unfair.
I disagree. Only because I watched all these shows, and this is the only one that had like a theme like this, and it was a pretty strong theme. So I'm gonna give you a 4. I like the theme.
John, I think you're being too unfair on how unconnected the stories are.
No, that's the
This is
whole
a
thing
4.
of this. This is the whole category. You're like,
That's true. If you've never seen any of these before, Justin, you watch this, you're like, what's the point of this?
I think this is unfair, and I think you're just
this is the
attacking me.
whole category. You just said
It's a 4.
the premise of the gimmicks.
Just write down 4 and just ignore what he said.
No.
Did you have like decorations, or is it all part of themes, or is it all part of this, like theme and everything?
It's all part of the premise and gimmick.
I think like the
Oh,
decoration
like the
and stuff was really
decorations
elaborate.
and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
pretty
the
elaborate.
premise, gimmick, how it's set up,
Yeah.
all the
I
stuff.
thought it
I'm
was pretty
changing
cool.
my answer.
Okay, what are you changing to?
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay,
I'm gonna give it a 3.
that's
All right, you can take a point off for thinking the stories are stupid. I will accept that.
okay. And another point for the confusing and stuff. Okay, what's the next one again?
Okay, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna do host next.
Okay.
Okay.
Kirk Fogg. I love Kirk
I
Fogg.
thought he was terrible.
Because he's so nice and helpful.
I loved him.
He's so nice and helpful.
My favorite line is, push the button. The button. Push the button. You gotta push
that's
the
not gonna
button
work.
to open the door. Find the button.
He's so positive and like he's trying to you know he wants to help those kids and he's like, oh no, come on.
I kind of feel like he says it in like a condescending way though. He's like, oh my god.
I don't think he does.
I liked him a lot.
I did not like him. I found him very annoying.
He's very positive, and it was good because that shit was hard.
He also
those
kind of
temple games were rough.
He also kind of laughs, so it makes me like him more because I'm like, oh, he gets this kind of ridiculous.
Oh no! Hey, what happened there?
Yeah.
You like interview him. Hey, what happened there?
Yeah.
Oh, it was really tough. Yeah, it was. All right. Well, you lose.
And he's like, so you tell me you play soccer, huh? And he goes, yeah. He goes, okay. Like just moves on to the next one. I like the host.
I didn't like
I'm
him.
glad they got rid of the
I
interviews
found him
later
very
on.
annoying. Very annoying.
I think he's great.
I thought he was pretty great. He's a realtor.
No.
He's a realtor now. You can find him on LinkedIn.com.
He looks
What
like
about
a realtor. He really does.
What about Olmec though? Oh wait, no, sorry.
This is
oh,
the
I
host.
gave away my category last one.
It's
Dang it.
okay. It's fine. We'll talk about Olmec last. Okay, so
I
just
did
Kirk
not
Frog.
like I didn't like the host at all.
Hey, you know what? He's a top 5 kids game host.
Yep.
Is
I
he
do. I'm gonna give it a 5. I really liked it.
I thought give it a 2.
Okay.
He annoyed the
Wow.
shit out of me.
You know what? He could have really been annoyed and had no energy.
Yeah.
You know, think about having to do that for 30 minutes on that
Exactly.
stupid moat.
Exactly. Oh, they fell in the water again.
Oh, orange iguanas, you suck.
Or when he's like, please wait till the question finishes because they just keep answering incorrectly. Oh,
I keeps telling him, hey, you gotta wait. Hey, you stupid fucks, wait.
I'm telling you,
I
you
don't
need
know,
to put a. It was the last episode we watched. Of he was like, this kid could not find the button, and it was like, push the button. You just gotta push the button. You can push
They
the
even
button.
practiced
Push the button.
again.
You can go through the door.
Trying to go for a low level, you're going to have to press one of those buttons. You're going to have to press a button. You're going to have to find a button. There she goes. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Press one of the buttons, Cam. You're going to have to press a button to get in. You're going to have to press a button, Cam. You're going to have to press a button. You're going to have to press a button.
I liked him. I do have
I
some.
wonder if they can hear him. I'm sure they can hear him.
I do have some upsetting news about him though. In the 3rd season, I watched a couple from the 3rd season because I always remember him swinging in. And in the 3rd season, he swings in on a vine, and I was like, "That's so cool!" Every episode, that's how it began. He said, "Here's your host, Kirk Frog." And
That's
swings in.
pre-recorded.
It's pre-recorded. It's the exact same one every time. I was like, "That's
Yeah,
so
why you
disappointing."
you should do that every time? It's easy.
In my head, it was hilarious. Like, it was so cool he did it every time. And then rewatching this as an adult, I'm like, oh, it's just the same thing over and over again.
Does he just wear
I
the
was
same
very
shirt
upset.
every single time?
Yeah. Yep. And he goes, "Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Olmec, or whatever his name is. Thank you." And like, it's like the exact same every single time.
I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know he swung in, so.
Yeah.
The host, I give it a 2. I did not like him
Yeah,
at all.
I saw
Wow, he's a 5.
What the fuck?
it. He's the best part of this.
No, he's not.
All right, so let's go to the games.
Okay.
Okay.
So not the temple run.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the end game.
Yeah.
So the moat, the trivia, and the temple games. Let's start with the moat because they made it easier as the years went on. I think after the season 1, they really toned down the difficulty of
Wonder-
these because that was some hard as shit.
I wonder if like
stuff
the
they had to do.
first episode, like someone like almost drowned because they're trying to get on the tube.
They can all stand up.
They kept trying to throw it so much. I felt so bad for them.
It's a really shallow pool,
Yeah.
and then in other seasons they'll have people in the water with them. So
Oh, lame.
it's not really a moat.
Yeah.
No,
I like the moat. I think it's a really fun.
the
little
moat is cool.
beginnings.
Like,
It's cool.
to start it off in the moat every single time, I think
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And they built
It's
the
a
moat.
cool little way to say, okay, you gotta get into my temple first.
Right.
This is how you gotta
Past
get
the
to it.
moat. I like
Here's
Yep, and then you got the trivia, so the steps
So-
of knowledge. The Steps Knowledge was the funniest one.
Yes.
Well, yes,
They were
because
so bad at it.
because all the kids were like terrible at it. I liked how it was like,
Is the study of gravity part of physics, physiology?
Blue Barracudas.
Science.
Incorrect. The three choices are physics, physiology, or psychology.
the kid.
In the later seasons, you can tell that the kids obviously watch it because it's so good. Like there's just some of them who just rip through it because they know, okay, all I gotta do is listen.
Yeah.
You know, it's very obvious what questions they're gonna ask.
And I love
the story.
I loved watching the other kids that was with the one that answered wrong. They were so disappointed. They're like, "Oh gosh, I'm with an idiot."
The steps were really cool though. The
liked-
lighting system.
This type of school, yeah.
That one and the kid, they gave 2 answers to it, and he beeped in. And he's like, "I have no idea."
So good.
I'm like, you could say one of the 2 answers that he just said. No, you have no idea. Okay.
I laughed the entire time watching this show. I thought it was so funny, like how stupid some of these kids were. You can talk about it in Temple Run, but man, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, the later seasons they get much better.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to see just this new idea.
Yeah.
It's like because some of them were probably never heard the name like, oh, I'm gonna be on a game show. Hell yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Right.
And they were like, what the hell is this?
My only criticism is, I guess it has to do with the gimmick too. That it's the same games, but they just change it and tweak it just a little bit. But it's the same thing. Like, I'm literally watching the same exact thing.
I get it with the
Except
moats
for
because
there's like a couple of them that are different, but
I get the moat. You built the moat. You got to use the pool that you basically built for these kids.
Yeah.
But I do get it. I agree. When it comes to that last one, where it's just them sliding down the slide and also going up the... I did not like the last game they played. I thought it was usually pretty boring. Or they had to jump down that thing, grab the letters or whatever they had to do.
yeah.
I didn't like that. Yeah.
The Temple games got much better as the seasons went on. They got more varied.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, they got more money.
Yeah,
It's like, oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
a good show. And
More creative, too.
Yeah.
they got to more of gut style stuff where you were on like bungee cord.
I'm excited about Guts with you, John, next week. It's going to be a good one.
God.
Okay. But,
It was but the Temple games were always pretty cool. These first few were lame. I should have had y'all watch just some random episodes from season 2 and 3 because they do get some really really creative stuff going, like a seesaw against each team.
oh, that's cool.
Like things like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about the games themselves?
I mean, was this one of the first, like, I guess, game shows to actually do that type of thing, like a Wipeout type of thing, or?
No, I would say Double Dare did a lot of this kind of crazy stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
Double Dare was much crazier than this.
It was mid-'80s, so that's the last one we're going to watch. That's mine.
Now the bungee cord stuff, no.
Yeah.
Like that I think came off more of Guts than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a cool idea. The kids, like, the games weren't really, like, it didn't look like that much fun, but the kids made it seem like it was really entertaining just by
Yeah.
the way that they acted with the games.
Yeah.
The bungee cord, them seeing the kids have trouble with the bungee cord was funny.
Up the slide or whatever.
No, like the last game where they had to, like, one kid had to go down and one kid had to go up and one kid had to go down.
that was funny.
Seeing
They couldn't
them, like,
sync up
in the
correctly.
middle and they couldn't figure it out. They're like, I don't know. That was funny.
It's
But
really good.
again, it's not like a really difficult game. It's not like a really...
The sad part is they practice these beforehand.
Right.
All
Yeah.
the kids do?
Yeah, they give them practice rounds.
That's even funnier.
Wait, what?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, why wouldn't you give them practice rounds with that?
Yeah,
Besides the moat and the trivia, you have to give them practice rounds with that kind of stuff.
Or be boring.
I don't know.
Is that the first time they did
changes
that?
things a little bit because they were...
They should have known better.
They should have known a little bit better.
I'll go first. I'm going to give you 3.
I think it's fair.
Just because it was the same ones over and over again, kind of. And I thought it was really cool the first episode, then it kind of got lame. I think you're right. I think seeing more of the variety would have been cool, but I get it.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 3, too. They changed the games a little bit, but for the most part, they were the exact same. They just changed to the theme.
I should have had y'all watch something for more of the seasons because it does get better.
Yeah, we'll do
Well,
that for the rest
we're
of
only
the
doing
shows.
it off of these these 5
right.
episodes. So,
That's right.
by the way, if you want to watch this show, it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, you can get a month for free. That's what we're doing. So you can watch all 3 of these with a month for free.
Hey, Paramount Plus, give us money. All right.
I was about to say not a great subscription service, but sure, give us money, and we'll say it is good if you don't, even though it isn't.
Let's do prizes next.
Okay,
We'll do
prizes.
the in-game before the
Dude.
special category.
It was a
first
cool
time I-
nostalgia trip.
Yeah,
We gotta give it that.
I love seeing retro game prizes because some of them suck ass and it's hilarious.
Oh, the first as soon as they showed the nerds, I cracked up in the first episode.
So here's the thing.
Dun, dun, dun.
When they were like, "Oh, you're not going home empty-handed," and I was
Yes.
just thinking, I was like, "Oh, I wonder what they're gonna give him." And then
Yo-yo!
it's like an ad. It's just an ad that pops up.
Do you want to be cool?
Nerds,
Yo-yo.
dude, that yo-yo commercial with the strobe light was hilarious.
So, okay, Justin, I had a question because they had nerds, they had Nestle's Quick, they had the yo-yo, they had Super Soakers. What else did they have?
They had a stereo. You can get a CD
Oh,
player
that's
that
like
was
at the
kind of.
very end, though.
Oh
I'm talking
yeah,
about-
but those
like-
were only 4 I think they gave out of the first ones.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
did they just get like a little box of nerds,
That's what I was thinking.
or like one
I
of
don't know.
those like
It was probably
just
like a
little
couple months
containers
supply
of the
nerds.
Nestle Quick?
I think they probably got like a couple months supply. Like, here's a big old box of nerds and Nesquik. You dumb fuck.
I don't know,
doubt
man.
it. I doubt
I pictured them
it.
leaving and like, here's your nerds, get out of here.
I don't know. There's no information on like those little prizes
Yeah.
and stuff. But the only thing I do know about what they could take home was obviously the prizes and the shirts.
I just
So
picture like one of the people that just work there, and they just have like this like basket of nerds. They're like, okay, pick a box.
Exactly. No, exactly.
the ultimate take home prize is next week, anyways.
Yeah.
On yours, John.
Yeah.
You'll know it when you see it
Yeah,
next
it's
week.
Pretty epic. But
It's the ultimate like
kid. gift.
90s kid. I want that
Yeah,
prize.
gotcha.
But no, I agree. Other than like anything but like the big prize at the end, the shirt's probably worth more than anything else you could have gotten out of that whole thing.
I would tell you that the original shirt's probably worth more than anything now, anyways.
Yeah, probably so.
Wait,
You know,
you
so
telling me
if the
it's
kids
worth
kept
more
it-
than that guitar I could have won, or the
That's true.
the stereo?
I'm looking it up right now, see if I can find it.
An original like
I don't know how you
cast
can.
used,
I don't know how you
maybe?
can. I don't know how you can prove it's.
that's the thing. If you were able to like authentify it, like
Yeah.
that's a. Because I mean, let's be honest. How many of those kids probably just thought, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the game show," and they just never thought of the shirt again.
Yep.
Later on,
Yeah.
like I said, the ultimate prize is not till next week.
Yeah, I'm excited about
That's the holy grail of kid game show prizes.
Okay, but
All right, so what do you think of your points there?
and then there was if you won, right? If you won the whole game, you got the trip.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, to whoever they're.
So
You had
I'm
to-
gonna kind of go to like the final game, right? Because
Okay.
this includes like the prizes. So the final game, if you got to the final game, you won one thing. If you got the prize, you won another thing. And then if you got the prize back within the 3 minutes, you won the last thing, right?
Yeah, the big trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other two sucked ass.
Yeah.
Like the only
They
thing
were
that
better
was
than the
worth
other stuff, but
anything was the trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
it wasn't bad. It was better than getting a pack of nerds.
What? I know, but like the gifts, like
The Super Soaker,
the kids
the-
wouldn't want.
Yeah.
Well, you're not supposed to just give out free stuff, that much free stuff.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be hard.
Right.
I mean, I understand that, but like, if I was in the finals and they gave me the things that were in the finals, I'm like, I don't care if I win or not. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I'm gonna-
appealing.
Yeah, much
It
fun
wasn't
then.
appealing to kids. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because I'll go. Because we saw someone actually win the big prize, I'm gonna give you a 3.
All right.
The big prize is pretty cool. The other prizes were pretty lame.
Yes. Now I'm gonna give you a 2.
I don't know what y'all thought was gonna happen. Like, they're gonna get like oh, here's a Nintendo.
No,
That's what they did
but
on
like I
Double Dare
feel like
2000.
if you get the kids that don't win anything, like the kids in the first round, the moat, like you suck. You don't deserve to win anything. But like afterwards, I would have been like, okay, they win like an RC car or
Yeah, exactly.
like I don't know, something that's kind of
money,
like
John.
not
A Walkman.
not super high class, like a CD player, yeah,
Yeah.
or just something like that. That's like kind of expensive, like for
Or
a
even like
kid.
something from Nickelodeon or Universal Studios. Be like, here's a Universal Studios hat or something like that.
That's money, John. That we can't be spending money
or
on kids.
or
when we
just
gotta
like
sell the
like
product.
maybe a free pass to like Universal or something
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
You gotta make those kids feel bad for sucking ass. If you don't get if you don't get Olmec stuff home, then you don't get shit.
All I'm asking to give you Super Soaker.
It's like Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Just because I make $10,000 in the game, if I don't win the whole game, fuck you. You don't get $10,000.
I know why they did
Who
it
cares?
though. I know why, because they got paid like a crap ton of money to show these like
Ads.
these ads, and I
For
feel
nerds.
like that's you're being a crook. So I give you a
Even
two.
like a year supply of nerds would have been pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like when like at least if you're like the final two.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing: there wasn't a good distinguishing like thing between the person like the top 4 and the top 2.
Right.
That was it.
I know. Yep.
All right, so let's do music next.
Okay.
I love the music of the game.
music?
Or
That's the one I like.
on the end game.
Yeah, where they're going. Yep.
I love the music.
Well,
What y'all think?
Well, I'll tell you right now, I didn't hear any music.
Not a good sign.
What?
I heard it. And I, thought
I
it was
remembered
great.
like the first thing. I remembered there being music. I if you put like 2 songs in front of me and said, "Hey, which one was in the temple?" I would have no idea.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't think it's fair. I love the temple music.
Next
So,
week,
like,
I'm gonna forget which one was this and which one was Guts. To be honest with you.
I'm not. I thought the temple music made me super anxious.
It sounded like Mario. That's what it sounded like.
Na, na, na. Put the temple music
I will.
in here.
I will put it in.
All right, what y'all think of the music?
It was unrememberable.
Wow. All right.
I
liked
give
it enough.
I
I
give
liked-
it a 2.
Jeez.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, I'm on the border between 2 and 3. Convince me it should be a 3.
It's great music.
It's a 2.
How can I convince somebody who already thinks it's not good?
And in fact, it's a 1. Let's be honest.
It's a good point, Justin.
You've already made up
2.
your mind, John.
I'll give you a 3, Justin, because I thought it was fitting for the show. Like, if the songs made sense, like they played the songs at the right time when it was supposed to be intense and not intense. So I like that. So I'll give you 3.
All right, let's do Temple.
Okay.
In game. Temple Run. In my opinion, one of the best in games of any game show ever. What do y'all think of the Temple Run?
Complicated. It reminded me of the Joey episode with the he's gonna be a host of a game show and he's like
Bamboozle.
auditioning. Yeah, bamboozled. Like if you were
We'll put that clip into.
like
Well, what's complicated? You spin the wheel of mayhem to go up the ladder a chance. You go past the mud hut, through the rainbow ring to get to the golden monkey. You yank his tail and boom, you're in Paradise Pond.
Put the clip of that in, and then put the clip of like the person explaining where you need to go, and it's very similar.
You could start by running to the room of the 3 gargoyles. Push in the right tongue, and a door might lead you down a staircase into the wall climb. Here, you must choose your next path. You could race up to the observatory, spin the sundial, and pass into the room of the golden idols.
It's so confusing what you need to do. If I was one of those kids, and I'm like, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go.
I always thought the kids were really stupid during this, but honestly, I didn't realize they like actually locked doors where you could not get through. I thought all doors were always open. I was like, these kids are idiots. Why can't they make it? But apparently there is some luck to it. You have to go the right path because they lock the doors.
They even tell you Olmec tells you the path to go.
No,
and these
he
kids
doesn't.
Don't listen.
He says that you might be able to do this, but then they would show it and they couldn't get in. So it was harder than I thought it was.
And he tells you, and then you gotta go the alternate route.
Right, I know.
That he goes.
It's hard.
So yeah, it's luck, but you gotta make sure you gotta pay attention.
Okay.
It's like you stupid idiots need to pay attention to their trivia.
All right, Justin. We should test this. All right, okay. I should test it.
I feel I could do the temple run easily. I bet you I could do the temple run super easy.
I don't know, man. I think the only way you can do temple run is what happens on the episode that we watched where the person actually won, where you have somebody go in, deal with all the temple guards, and then you follow their path exactly, and maybe you'll get out. Maybe.
You gotta have your. You
got it out within like what 2 seconds left.
He got out with like 2 seconds left. Yeah.
I think it's like the second or third episode where literally they walk in and boom, there's a temple guard.
Temple guard right there.
That's stupid. I hate that. I really did hate that.
There's no other way you can go. You have to
make
pass
it.
them. Yeah.
Make it more hard where it's like maybe the second room.
Yeah. Right.
But
I think the scariest
in 4 out of the 5 that we watched, the first room, the guard was in the first room.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is stupid, man.
I think the scariest room was the one with the trees, the haunted forest.
Yeah.
I don't think they had it in this one, but it was basically to put your hand through the trees of the holes of the trees, and the temple guards would snatch you from the tree holes. Or in the second season, there were these coffins that you had to open.
Oh,
and when you open the coffin, a temple guard was always going to pop out at you.
That sounds terrifying.
It would just be like,
nope, not the
I just
stay in that room. I'm not going to do it.
I really wish there was an episode where they punched the temple guard.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't find anything about this,
that would be
but
funny.
I have a feeling they probably met the temple guards beforehand, and they said, hey, here's what we're going to do, because they are kids.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to grab you, or if you don't have a life, we're going to pull you out. It's going to look like we're, but we're going to
you don't have a life, I'm going to end it right now.
But they had to have seen them beforehand, so they knew, hey, we're going to do this and this, because that would be too creepy. I think the kids would be way too stunned.
Let's do the next section, which is the
Olmec. It's our special one.
Oh wait,
you gotta give me your points.
You should have said the kids.
I'm gonna give you a 4, man. It was pretty cool, pretty elaborate, pretty fun. I wish there was more of a strategy that could be done. I know they had to make it a little luck because you don't want kids to just get the vacation every time, but I don't know. That was only let down. I thought it was a 4. It's really cool.
It was really
John?
cool. It was very elaborate. All the rooms seemed like you. Okay, I have one question though before I give my points. Was someone controlling the doors? Like if they did something in the room, was someone controlling the doors? Oh, they did that thing in the room. Now I get to open this door. Or was it
idea.
They did everything and it controlled everything?
No idea.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure it was a mixture of both.
Because in one episode they had to put like a statue together. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
The silver monkey one definitely was probably remote.
Okay. That was the one I used to make fun of because that one, the kids could never figure it out. And I was like, it is 3 pieces. It's so easy to figure out.
It's a big, a middle, and a small.
Yep. But we didn't really watch many of those this time.
I
but-
love how Olmec always said it. The Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right, what are your points?
I'm gonna give it a 4. I thought it was
Nice.
really
All right,
cool.
party on.
I liked how it like changed every single time. It was very
Yeah.
unique. I didn't like what you had to find in the last game, but that was another category.
A full house.
And it was
Alright,
funny.
last
It was funny
category.
watching the kids like not be able to figure it out.
Yeah. Gotta go
Last
around.
category
Gotta go
is-
around. Good, sorry.
The door's locked. You gotta figure something out. Go down. Always want to move forward.
Oh, they're going the wrong way. Okay.
The last category is Olmec.
Ooh.
What do y'all think of Olmec?
I liked them.
I
Voice
liked
acting
them.
was cool.
I liked them
Yeah.
so much better than
That's a cool little. That's a really cool little puppet thing that they had going.
Oh,
There.
I liked
I
them
agree.
so much better than the host. So much better.
Like when they would open the gate.
I also like how you said rock on when they started.
Every single time.
on.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's get it.
But no, I liked them a lot. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with them. He wasn't like a spectacular like addition to the show, but he was a really cool addition.
I think a talking Mayan statue head is a pretty cool little thing.
Yeah.
Especially that it's actually him puppeteering it and it's live. So what we're seeing, the kids are seeing.
Yeah.
Well, I thought when I was a kid it was like pre-recorded and maybe there's like a guy to the side, you know, and they added it, you know.
Don't look over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was cool that he can actually like hear them and they don't see the actor or anything, and they're actually looking at Olmec, and that's a little terrifying at first if you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like the kids walk in, like, all right, this big statue head's gonna ask you questions. What?
With glowing
Oh,
red
no.
eyes. Yeah, glowing red eyes. Yeah.
I thought it was cool. He made the stories interesting. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It like the voices and stuff that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always really good.
He kept a clear, like it didn't seem like he ever. I mean, I'm sure he probably did, but
Once again, edited out for clarification.
Yeah.
Probably that's what that was for.
it's just if I was him, I would probably be laughing like all the time.
No, incorrect. You idiots.
Like I said, I think obviously after the first season, when this got really popular, kids figured out what they needed to do, that they need to really pay attention.
Yeah.
You have to also kind of remember that those kids going in, they had no idea what they were probably doing. There was no premise given to them too much.
Yeah.
It was, we're going to do a game show. You're going to answer some questions. You're going to do some running. You know, you never watched the show before ever.
Okay,
I'm gonna give him a
Points.
5, I guess, because
5. He was really cool.
He's pretty cool.
All right. I think it's a pretty good start for our trilogy.
This is fun, man. I laughed the entire time I was watching this. I thought
Really?
it was so cool.
I thought
Yeah.
it was annoying.
Oh,
I'm telling you, that host annoyed.
What did I get?
I'm telling you, the kids were funny. The host annoyed the shit out of me, though. I really wanted to stop
Man.
watching the show. Because
You're
of
doing
this.
Kirk Fogg dirty. He's greatness.
You got 23.5. It's pretty good, man.
All right.
I'm excited
Okay.
to see Justin. Or I'm sorry, you got 24. I'm excited to see
Alright.
John's.
Dude, I'm
next
gonna
week is-
probably hate my own show.
Probably you are. That's what I'm worried about now.
Let's talk about what John's doing next week, because we're kind of just forcing it on him.
Yeah.
You guys are good.
So-
it's funny because you guys are probably gonna give me like 3s and 4s and maybe a 5, and I'm gonna be like 2, 1.
One.
Like I hate this.
While Legends of the Hidden Temple was a really cool show, I feel like this is the show everybody wanted to be on.
This was like Tony Hawk time, like extreme sports times. They did. So go ahead and say what it's called, John, if you remember.
It's called
remember, John?
Guts.
Guts. That's right.
So
this one-
Guts.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. I like this one. I remember when I was little, I thought this is the one I wanted to be on, but I don't think I could do it.
They're forcing
was
me
pretty
they're
hard. Some of
forcing
the
me to
games
do
were
this show.
Yeah, John never had cable, and we really wanted to do this
I
trilogy.
did have
so
cable. I just never watched Nickelodeon. I watched Disney.
Oh,
I
well,
watched Disney
then-
stuff.
Well,
No, so he was
Disney.
He wasn't cool.
Disney and Cartoon Network. That's what I
you
watched.
should have said you have cable because you're wrong for not watching this. Then I feel bad for you for
I
not
thought
having
you
cable
didn't.
now.
I thought you didn't have cable.
I know you have cable. No, this is a pretty good show, though. This is a good one.
I love Guts.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody else loves it.
I'm excited to rewatch it. I thought this was so cool when I was
I
little.
loved it too, guys. That's why it's my show.
Okay. I'm excited to see your reaction, John. It's going to be funny. Enjoy it. You get like 2 points. Like, what the hell?
All right,
Okay.
Justin. What's the remembering thing?
Oh, no, I didn't do anything.
How about,
What about Slinkies?
for those of you guys listening,
Do you remember
John just
Slinkies?
pulled out a Slinky. John was ready for that. Well done, sir.
I never got the point of a Slinky. I think Slinky is the stupidest toy in the world.
I can never get it to work right. I never had a metal one though.
If you had stairs, they were fun.
I know. No, I never could make it work.
I had stairs, and it's still the stupidest toy in the world.
Here's some.
The only thing that Slinkies are good for is to show the different types of waves in science.
Okay.
Oh my
And that's
god,
not even-
nerd,
That's not cool.
nerd.
It's cool.
Whoa!
to
It
me.
looks like it's transferring, John.
I know.
All right. Well, that's exciting. So, John, where can you find us?
You can find us on social media at Another Man's Pod on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also you can also email us at anothermanspod@gmail.com if you have any thing to say to us. We have a merch store now.
Yeah, if you got any
Chris,
complaints,
if
send it right there.
we're on YouTube at Another Man's Nostalgia. Please go check us out. Please give us a like and please go subscribe. We would really appreciate it. We have a merch store. Chris is wearing our merch right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're not, go look at us on YouTube. Okay, please. We have amazing
Yes.
faces. You can't see Justin's though.
No.
I think I'm Olmec.
You are obviously all mad. Already made it.
Justin will be
I just guessed.
Justin will be in the right upper corner of our YouTube page. We have a Patreon.
We do.
So if you give I think it's our lowest tier on
Mm-hmm.
Patreon, you can actually we'll do one of your episodes or one of your shows. So just give a suggestion of a TV show or a movie from the 90s or 2000s and we'll do it on the show.
From the 2000s to the mid 90s.
That's right. The way Justin does it.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
the episode that you can check out is a throwback episode. That's a really good one.
Have you watched anything extreme lately?
Extreme.
Extreme. We already did the negative review one. That was extreme. How about oh geez, I don't know.
Justin, give a random number.
Yeah, give a random number.
Season 2, Episode 4.
Season 2, episode 4. What is it? What is it?
Oh, Dragon Ball Z.
Yes! Go listen to it. The Dragon Ball Z episodes of our podcast are amazing because they hate it and I love it.
Yeah, they're pretty
And it's great. I feel like I defend it very well and they just trash on it the whole entire time.
I mean, you try to defend it, but there's really no defending it.
There is defending it. They're great shows and movies.
Yeah.
Nah, that's about it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you next week with Guts.
Guts.
Peace.
We were waiting for it. We were waiting for the piece and we didn't get it.
You get it immediately.